This is Mr. Miyamoto. At 75 years old, he single-handedly runs one of the best restaurants in Osaka. In this video, we explore 7 incredible spots across Osaka, restaurants, food trucks, and bars to uncover the most highly rated dishes. The flavors we experienced left us speechless. Oh, and of course a bit of culture sprinkled in. Osaka, known as the kitchen of Japan, home to culinary excellence and also to 20 million people in the metro area. We've only got 24 hours until our train to Tokyo, so let's not waste any time. Sakimoto Bakery, home to some of the most delicious pastries in Osaka, but that's not what we came for. Upstairs, they have a cafe, and our sources tell us that there's no better place for breakfast. And our sources were correct. We just went to Sakimoto for breakfast. We had to see if it's really worth the hype. The atmos, great. The food was good. It's a little bit sickly, I can't lie. French toast, nice, but over time, it gets a bit much. If you're into really sweet stuff, you might like it. The street that we're walking on looks like it might be the bar street. It looks busy. There's like loads of cross sections. All the bars are cleaning up from last night. There's a lot of beer cans being collected. A lot of you can smell that some debauchery happened on this street last night. We're walking now to the Dotonbori area, which is the central area of Osaka. Later, we've got something a bit different planned for lunch. Probably not what you would expect to see. I thought it was literally just that and that. This market is massive. It like goes all the way down there. How can you possibly need this much food in just one small part of the city? Yeah,
one bottle. One bottle.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, one bottle's like 2 cups.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Here. Arigatou gozaimasu. We've stopped to get some hot sake. This woman is so fun. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's actually
Much nicer hot.
quite nice. We've got something a bit different planned for lunch. No! It's closed. The one day that we wanted to come is closed. This place is open every day of the week, excluding Tuesday. Who closes on just Tuesday? The goal here, as you can see, there is a very, very legit smoker right here. What a lot of people don't know is that Japan actually has quite a few ties with Jamaica. We've been on the road, well I say on the road, in the skies for 2 months now. I mean, we've been in like Vietnam, Hong Kong, we've been in Malaysia. These places do not have Jamaican food. This spot right here gets the best ratings, and actually something that even more people don't know is that the island of Okinawa has so many Jamaican restaurants, Caribbean restaurants. There is a link between Okinawa and Jamaica more strongly than even other parts of Japan. I was really excited to come to this place, get some jerk chicken. The reviews are phenomenal. After this overwhelming disappointment, there's only one way to make up for it. The highest grade Kobe beef from the city right across Osaka Bay. Now you've got Wagyu, and then there's various grades of Wagyu, and then at the top end, there's Kobe. There's few things in this video that we're gonna blow the budget on, and finding Kobe beef is gonna be one of them. The smell in here. Can we talk about that for a second?
It smells like juicy beef.
This is gonna cost about the same amount as we would spend for one of us to eat for the entire day. So it's better be worth it. The marbling on the beef that I could see outside, crazy. You can see how it progressed from the Wagyu to the Wagyu loin to the Kobe beef. Whew. Oh wow, okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, obviously we're gonna start from the cheapest to the most expensive, going from Kate to me.
So juicy.
Yeah?
So juicy.
Come on. I might try this bombokla. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wagyu loin next. That is ridiculous.
gosh, that's delicious.
That's crazy. I didn't
Unreal.
know beef could have that much flavour. Like, obviously, yeah, I've had good beef before, but like, the depth of flavour in such a
Insane.
small bite. We made just the promised land. That was so good. I just want to know how this could be better.
It's like melt in your mouth.
I feel like
Delicious.
the problem is now, though, this is just
You
ruining
want to
steak
eat
for me.
this every day now,
Yeah,
don't
because
you?
now you're going to try and bring like a good steak in a restaurant, and I'm going to be like, what, is it
Now
Kobe?
you're going to be getting a rump steak and you're like, nah.
I'll be like, this is dead, and it's like it'll be like a £60 steak, and so I'll be like, yeah. So this is grass fed from the hills of Austria, and I'll be like, bro, I don't care if it's not from the Osaka Bay. I don't care. This food was incredible, but our best meal was still yet to come.
We've just seen loads of people walking by with these like massive sheets. Almost just looks like paper that they're all eating. I was really intrigued what they were. And we've just walked past the stall and it's seafood crackers, so a huge sheet. And in the middle, it's like squashed prawn, squashed crab, just like, it almost looks like the shell. It's very different. I've never seen anything like it before. Apparently the Japanese yen is really weak right now, and I've seen a lot of people coming back with suitcases full of clothes, shoes, accessories, beauty products. We're going to take a look around some of the shops here and compare some of the items that we're wearing, some of the branded trainers, and see what they're selling for here compared to what we purchased them for.
Right here, we got the On Cloud 5 waterproof. Why do I know that, you ask? Come on, these things have been taking us around Asia. These are 20,680 Japanese yen, which is £105.86 at the time of this video. Now, the ones on my feet, I'm confident cost me between 130 and 150 pounds. So that's what, like a 20% saving? So I'm not saying that you should blow your entire budget to fly out to Japan to buy trainers that are 20% cheaper. But if you're here and you need some new shoes, that's it for this week's episode of Bargain Hunt. Subscribe for more. Just walking along the canal side. It's feeling familiar. Why is it feeling familiar?
Given a bit of an Amsterdam vibe. I feel.
100%.
Obviously vastly different in the buildings, like the architecture, but they're all very tall and slim, similar to Amsterdam.
As you might be able to hear, there's also a riverboat. There was a massive queue for the riverboat. We're not going on it because it's about £7.50 per person. But you can get a guided tour along the river. This guy sounds super energetic. I'm sure they're having the best time. Konnichiwa! 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 See, everyone's having the best time. Just seen a dude finish his cigarette and throw it onto the floor. Now what's mad and interesting about that is that on this floor, on the pavement, everywhere we're walking, there is no rubbish, no trash. So either he is about to get arrested, or there's people just constantly going around cleaning the streets. And if there are, we cannot see them. But it is widely reported that people very much struggle to come across bins in Japan in general. And the fact that they're so hard to come across, but there's no litter on the streets, says quite a lot about the culture. Says quite a lot about the respect that people have for the streets. Know a few cities that could learn something from that. Toilets in the metro station. Transport for London could absolutely never.
Built in 1583, the castle has a very rich history and a huge cultural significance for the country. The castle has a very innovative design, with the outer walls made with huge stones, some of which weighing up to 100 tons.
We've made it to the top of the castle. Tickets were £3 each. Bargain. You get a lift up to the 5th floor, and then there's 2 flights of stairs to get to the top, where you have this incredible view, 360 of the whole city. I did not realise how many mountains there were. The city is like almost entirely surrounded by mountains on each side. This is a pretty incredible view. Very much worth the £3 each to get up. Inside, there's a museum where you can learn plenty about the history of the castle and its significance to Japan. But that's probably enough culture. This is a food video. The hunt for the best fried chicken in Asia continues. Had Taiwanese, was alright. Had Korean, was good. Now we're here having Japanese fried chicken.
Tastes good.
There's a lot more flavour in this than in a lot of the other ones we had. Big yes. Get yourself some JFC. The park surrounding the castle is really nice as well. You can see a lot of people just running, cycling, walking. And this sunset, glorious.
Behind me is the Tutankhamun Tower. It was built in 1912 and modelled on both the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe. At the time of it being built, it was believed to be the tallest building in Asia, and the meaning behind the name is tower reaching heaven, which is just so beautiful.
The area around the tower is full of these really quiet streets, but with restaurants, small micro restaurants that are absolutely buzzing. And this got us in the mood for some rum. We found a ramen spot. Kate found a ramen spot.
I found one. Jordan wanted to go to a different one. They didn't have what we wanted, so now we're at this one.
The Dotonbori area where the river is really cool, but if you really want to find good food spots, all the spots around there are really touristy. The tourist traps, they're expensive, and the food's not that good from what we've seen from the reviews of people. If you go a little bit further down, between there and where the tower was that we were just at, there's so many streets, so cute, tucked away, and there's some incredible places, good ratings, all packed out, all like a really good vibe, but then the streets are nice and quiet. Perfect.
I think that took 2 minutes from ordering to delivery.
You can see, and it's so hot as well, you can see the steam like going past the screen. So there's a method. You sit and then you slurp. And then you
have to finish half of it before you then add ginger and other seasoning.
Which I'm guessing is over
to then finish
here.
the rest. That is so warming.
That is delicious. Are you kidding me? It's like perfectly salted. It's not too salty, but it's not bland either. You can taste the soy, but you can taste a little bit of the sesame, but then there's a little bit of oiliness to it as well, but not in a bad way. And then you've got sesame seeds, a soft-boiled egg, it's perfect noodles, then like a sesame sheet as well, most beautifully cooked pork, and some spring onion.
Where's your slurp?
Oh, my slurp.
You slurp the noodles.
Oh, slurp.
Perfect.
You happy?
Yeah.
This is the best soup-based dish I have ever had in my life. Like, genuinely, no messing around. Just passed through the Dotonbori area where the river is, and it is literally like a different world. And it's only 10 minutes from where we just were, where we were talking about all the cute places. And yeah, there's a lot of off streets around this area as well that have cute places and whatnot, but literally 50 meters from each of them, it's just like the most chaotic street ever. You can't walk, there's people everywhere. But not too far from the chaos is this quiet retreat, the Coal Bar. The owner has been a bartender for decades and decided to open his own intimate spot. Just 8 seats, a bar and a bathroom. This sets us up perfectly for the best meal of the trip. Sushi Dokoro Miyamoto. Fresh, hand-prepared sushi in an intimate venue with one 75-year-old Osakan man delivering the most authentic experience you could wish for. We ordered the set menu for ease and had 0 regrets. He doesn't speak a word of English, and we know maybe 15 Japanese words between us, but the only word that mattered was oishi, because this food was delicious.
We're spending 3 weeks exploring some of the most expensive but culturally unique cities in Asia. We'll be immersing ourselves in everything that they have to offer, eating, drinking, and endlessly exploring without breaking the bank. If you like the sound of that, hit subscribe to come along for the journey.